Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Beauty Connective podcast, where beauty professionals all over the industry are coming together to grow, connect, and get real about what it's like mixing business with beauty. Today, I'm here with Annie Keller, nail tech, educator, and coach on a mission to help beauty professionals make money online.
Hi, everyone.
So stoked to have you.
So excited to be here.
And meet you for the first time.
Yes, it's so fun.
This is so exciting. So tell me a little bit about your nail journey. Like, where did your nail journey start?
Okay, this is kind of a fun story. Me and my husband kind of got married quick because he was on a mission for our church and he had a heart attack and a stroke and had to come home. And it was kind of a crazy circumstance, but basically we decided to get married and it was a lot quicker than the timeline we were thinking, and I needed a job. And I loved nails as a hobby. I thought it was so much fun, and it was just an amazing thing to kind of have a creative outlet in. And so then I was like, well, it's only 3 months of school. So I went to Paul Mitchell up in Logan and got my license, and then started my career just kind of out of a whim because I needed a job. But now it's been like so amazing. I love it so much.
Okay. Whoa.
It's so crazy.
First of all, I need to just not gloss over the whole heart attack and stroke thing. Could you give us just a tiny backstory on that? What happened?
Honestly, there's nobody really actually knows why, but for some reason when him and his companion were just driving on his mission, there was a blood clot that passed it passed through his heart and then up to his brain and caused a stroke. So, then he had to relearn how to walk, talk, swallow, and all of those things.
Whoa, just kind of a freak accident.
Yeah, totally a freak accident. And then he came home and ended up having having his brain examined and all these things, and he was 100% fine.
Wow.
So crazy.
That's wild.
So crazy.
Okay, so he comes home, you guys decide to get married, you need a job, and so you went to nail school for probably just a few months?
Yes, yeah. Up at Paul Mitchell, they did just the nail program. And so that was over a summer, which was a 3-month period. And then I just got my license and immediately started working so I could help support our family.
Nice.
Yeah, it was so fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
So how long have you been doing nails now?
I just hit a year is all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I started I graduated last August.
Okay.
So just a little bit over a year.
Okay. Can I ask how old you are?
I am 20.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's so cool because you're just doing the thing.
Yeah, thank you.
And you have kind of also been able to grow your social media following a lot just in the past year?
Yeah. Yeah, so I actually started my social media. I knew that if I was going to go to school to be successful, I needed to hit social media really strong right off the bat. So I posted every single day on social media in nail school and was able to come out of nail school by the time I graduated with a full clientele.
Wow.
Yeah, just through posting, which is
crazy.
crazy.
Attribute that fully to posting?
Oh, 100%. And word of mouth. I live in a sort of small town, and so that obviously helps. But I would ask people because I wanted to know where my clients were coming from. So I'd ask them, where did you hear about me? And most of the time it was social media, 90% of the time. Just crazy.
What type of posts were you making every single day?
A lot of the times it was short little posts kind of just showing my work, showing my value as a nail tech, but mostly when I was trying to gain clients, I was always tagging my location and reposting it to my stories, asking my clients to repost it because obviously in social media we can reach a huge audience, but I needed people in my town. And so I wanted other people in my town to repost it, tagged my location, all those sort of things. And then just showed my work in any sort of way that I could.
Awesome. Did you have any trepidation starting that all, or were you just no, I'm doing it?
Honestly, it's scary. Everyone who goes into posting on social media, there is a big part of that is really scary, and you think that people are going to judge you and stuff. And I just realized that was just kind of what this job entailed. If you're not on social media and you're not marketing for yourself, then it's nobody else is going to. So you kind of just got to jump into it with confidence and fake it till you make it. That's what I did. So
No, totally. Oh,
yeah,
that's so true. So when did you start first making digital products?
So this was about 6 months in. So this was the start of this year. In January was when I first made my first digital product. So only 6 months ago.
Okay. And what was your first one?
Okay, my first one, and still one of my highest sellers was just a nail art subscription. I was like so frustrated in school because I was never taught nail art or anything, even in the sort of line of anything to do with nails besides like acrylic application. And so I was like just feeling frustrated that I went to school, and honestly, I didn't feel like I got the education that I was paying for. And so I didn't want anyone else to feel like that. So I just would make these little 1 to 2 minute videos of me doing art and then posted it onto my digital product and sold it for, I started out with $15 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell us how it's kind of evolved and grown since then.
So many things. I don't know how it's been. I don't know. I just get so many ideas, and when I get an idea, I have to run with it. So I started with my nail art subscription, and that ended up making me my first $1,000 in my first month. So just from like a $15 a month thing, I got enough people to sign up to give me $1,000 a month, and I realized like this was going to be so fun, and I was super excited about it. So I did that. Then I moved on to a social media guide. Then I did some education online, like Zoom workshop classes. And then now I'm getting into teaching other people how to do the same thing, which is my coaching packages.
Awesome, which I totally want to dive into.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Why do you think digital products are such a smart move for beauty professionals right now?
Okay, this is something that I'm like so passionate about for multiple different reasons. But first off, I think this is just kind of the way that the world is moving towards. I think that people are making money online. It's really easy to scale because obviously our clients are going to be in our area of work. But when we do stuff online, we can reach a world of people. Like I meet with people all over, usually in the US, but all over the States, and it just is a bigger audience to reach. So I think that's really good. But the biggest reason is burnout is so crazy. One of my students right now, or I just like to call them friends, but one of my friends who got my one-on-one package, she was talking to me, and she's 19, so young, but she got into nails like in high school. She ended up getting her license through high school, and she is like already having crazy back pain. And this is just kind of the same thing that I was experiencing, like really long hours, because we get to be our own boss, which is amazing and I love it. But sometimes that means you're working 8 to 8 instead of a 9 to 5, because that's how we get money in the nail world. And so they're long days, and it really leads to burnout quick. And then body pain was my biggest reason, and why I think that other people should get into it, because I was like 19, now 20 years old, and I was having so much pain in my body and spending all my money at the chiropractor.
Yeah.
So that was basically it. Burnout, body pain, all of those kind of things.
Oh my gosh, I feel that. My hands have been hurting so bad.
Yeah.
And it's true that you're so limited to doing clientele. Obviously, you can grow your clientele, but only to an extent. It's like you can't scale the amount of clients that you're doing in a day as an independent nail tech. So I think it's so smart to think about putting out digital products for other people. And how have you been able to kind of balance that and help with your burnout as far as taking clients behind the chair with the digital products that you have?
This was something that I obviously kind of had to slowly get into, because it's easier said than done than just saying cut half your clients off and get into products. So as I kind of was getting some more of that income coming in through my digital products online, that's when I started to like kind of slowly just cut my clientele, which is obviously so sad because they become really your best friends. Your clients are like your friends. And so it's sad, but it is just, you got to do what you got to do. And for me, I really wanted to prioritize more family time and more time into just hobbies and things that I was passionate about. And so I just slowly started getting more into making money online, and then just slowly started cutting my clients. And now, just to kind of keep the balance, I do 1 to 2 clients a day, and I don't work Mondays or Fridays. So 1 to 2 clients Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then the rest of my time, I'm just working on social media and stuff, which has been so fun for me because I love doing nails. I'm really big into art. Like, I think it's so fun. Just having a creative outlet is amazing, which is the best part of the job. And you get to make girls feel beautiful and confident, which is also the most amazing thing ever. So I like to keep some clientele just for those reasons, and content, get some good videos, and yeah.
Totally. Okay, that sounds like a dream.
Yeah.
Just 15 clients a week.
Yeah.
How did you decide who to drop on your client list? Like, how did you cut down your clientele? What did that look like?
This was so hard, and it's so difficult because, like I said, like all of your clients really do become like your best friends. But for me, it was somewhat easier because up in my small town, like in a mile radius of my parents' house, it's my parents, my dad's cousins, his cousins' wives, and his aunts and uncles. And we just have so much family where we live. And so most of my clientele is like extended family. Yeah. And so honestly, it was just kind of the move of I'm just going to kind of start going more towards just doing family and friends. And my clients were really understanding of that. And sometimes I feel like even just being honest with your clients and saying, you know what, like this job is so fun, but I'm really feeling the burnout and I just need a couple months to, resituate and see how many people I can get taking without having to feel so much of that burnout.
Yeah, man. I don't know if we talk enough about the body pain of being a nail tech.
Yeah.
And you can also like raise your prices,
get faster
to be able to make more money. But then it's like if you're fast and you're taking a ton of clients a day, you are making more money, but also your body is just like really going to take the hit there from that.
When you're spending more money, like nail products aren't always cheap. And so obviously it's kind of nice to just have that option of making money from something that you also don't have to put as much money into with digital products.
Totally. It's not like a huge investment.
Yeah.
Like building a whole nail studio.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your coaching now that you do. How did you decide to get into the coaching side of it?
Honestly, I had so many girls who were just reaching out to me and finding an interest in what I was doing. And I did a in-person Christmas and kind of social media class just barely. And I was telling all the girls in the salon, like, this is an industry where I feel like it seems so competitive that people kind of back off with helping each other because they're like, I need all these clients, and Utah is huge for nail techs. Like, I feel like there's so many nail techs in Utah, and so it seems really competitive. So people kind of gatekeep stuff a little bit. And I'm just like, there are enough clients for everyone, and you're going to learn and grow so much more if you help people do what you're doing, whether it's, making money online or teaching people how to get faster at nails, how to be better with nail art. I just think helping people is the golden ticket in this industry. It builds trust, and I don't know, people value you more if you want to truly help them. And so I just have seen too many people in my same situation in this industry, just so tired. But I also just hate to see people falling away from the love of it. Like people get into being a nail tech because they love it so much. And so I don't want to see that being taken away from people because they're tired. So really just like truly wanting to help people because it's been so awesome for me, and it's been able to let me keep the love for it. So
that is amazing. And I love that you say that because it's so true. A lot of times we're doing so much of it. It's hurting our body so much that we're just not enjoying it anymore, which is so sad because exactly. We get into it because it's so much fun. It's such a creative outlet. It's so connecting, like you're connecting with people and making those friendships with your clients and things like that.
Yep.
So you really just don't want to hate it ever.
No, it's so much fun. It really is the best job ever. But there are things that make it a lot easier. Working smarter, not harder.
Totally. So tell us about the coaching offers that you have.
Okay, so my goal with this was to really kind of find something for everyone, because obviously the hardest part about, I feel like business in general, is really wanting to help people so much that you don't want them to pay you. I feel like I really had a hard time with that, even getting into nails. Like, a really close friend would come in and get their nails done, and I'm like, oh, I don't want you to have to pay me. Like, it's hard because you just don't want to feel like you're taking people's money. So I really was trying to make an option for everyone. So basically kind of getting into what I'm offering, I have a free beauty business community that I'm trying to just have an outlet for people to come and kind of just gather everyone who's interested in one place and post some tips and tricks on there so that people can kind of get into it a little bit more, like warm up to the idea of it. And I just hit over 450 people on that, and I just started that at the beginning of this month.
Amazing.
So definitely there's a big interest in it, which I think is fun. So that's kind of my first step, is getting people into that, and that's like maybe where some people will stop just budget wise, but that's kind of an option for everyone, is just joining that. And then into the actual coaching packages, I have basically 3 levels. My master class is a video course that I put together where I just explained every single step of how I made money, and I walk people through in a video course just how I did it. If I didn't know anything about it and had to start over, this is exactly what I would do. How to pick the audience that I want, how to pick the product, the type of product, where to put the product, how to market the product, just basically everything in one big video course. And that's where a lot of people might stop too, with their budget and time and how much effort they really want to put into it. And then for my extra go-getters, I have a VIP basically package where it's the same video course, and then my social media guide for free, and online group coaching. So this is where everyone in that package can be coached online by me in a group setting, which a lot of people are more comfortable with than meeting with people one-on-one. But then for my girls who they're like, I really just want you to tell me exactly what to do, how to script my content, to really get into it, that's my exclusive member package. And that's the same video course, the same social media guide for free, and then a year free of my nail art subscription, and then one-on-one coaching online with me. So that's where I can really walk them through, really break down what digital products are going to be more successful for them, how to market for their audience. Like, I want to personally help script out their content, because that's a huge thing to get over, is actually knowing what to say in your content. So that's just kind of the package if you're like, I want to be the most successful, the quickest, and I want you to tell me exactly how.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you have a lot of options for kind of nail techs any place in their journey.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you have a beauty pro who has like 0 online experience? Like, where would you tell them to start?
This was something that I was thinking about, and I feel like they need to start by just asking themselves what they want their goal to be with it. Because a lot of people, when you say, do you want to learn how to make money online? They're like, yeah, of course. Like, who doesn't, But obviously, like in anything that we do, this is a business, and there's going to be some time and effort that you have to put into it. So starting out by just asking yourself, is this really something that I want to get into? Like, is this something that I want to put time and effort into, or does it just sound nice and appealing? And then if it is something that people are like, I really want to get into this, and this is really going to help solve my problems, then learning, educating, following people who do the same kind of thing. Obviously, there's a lot of people who don't want to get into social media because it can seem really draining. So maybe just kind of educating yourself in how you can take some of those fears away, and really just getting familiar with the idea of it first before you decide what you want to do moving forward.
Mm-hmm. What do you think holds most people back? Or maybe in your coaching, what have you learned that holds people back from really diving into something like this?
I think a lot of the times, and for me personally, it was like maybe the fear of messing up, or the fear of not being successful. And a lot of the times too with social media, the fear of actually like putting yourself out there can seem really scary, because everyone thinks that they're going to be judged and people are going to make fun of them. And honestly, sometimes people might, but then when you get to the point where people actually think what you're doing is cool, then, they respect it. And so I feel like you just can't really think about what people are going to think of you as long as you're confident in what you're doing and you feel good about yourself. So kind of, just that.
Yeah. I was going to say too that I was thinking about this recently, where if we let those hypothetical people that we think are going to judge us, make fun of us, think we're weird or crazy or whatever, if we let them hold us back, that's crazy. That like they're getting that amount of power, but it's not even anyone real. Like, you can't put a face to that person. It's just like this hypothetical, somebody might not like me. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
Well, so?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to let that stop you?
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, and it's like, a lot of times I feel like people just say things that they don't mean out of maybe insecurity that they didn't start. Like I don't know. I truly feel like sometimes people don't mean what they say. And so even if you hear some of that backlash, it's like kind of also just take it with a grain of salt and think maybe they're just frustrated that they didn't start it first, or but then you can help them. You can help them start it.
Let your haters be your motivators.
Yeah, for sure. I love that.
What do you think is like the easiest like beginner online digital product that other nail techs can start with?
There is a crazy world of what you can actually make as digital products. So there could be a million things that you could get into, but I feel like the easiest as of just time that you put in versus money that you get out is probably going to be like a digital ebook, which is basically just a guide, a written out guide, like what it sounds like, a book online, teaching your skills that you want to teach, just because you only have to put so many hours into making it, and then you can just turn around and sell it, and it can be a little bit easier that way to just focus on the content versus your actual digital product. But then also I feel like a really easy one, if you're a nail tech, you're probably interested in something in the nail process. And so like for me, when I did my nail art subscription, it was really easy for me to just kind of video me painting a cute little bow or how to do aura nails or something like that. And that was pretty easy for me to start up because it was something that I was interested in. So I would say your biggest interest and the easiest way you can get on there. If making videos is like gonna be a setback for you, then don't do that, because obviously that's not gonna be the easiest way to start. So that could be maybe doing an ebook instead. But if it's like if making little videos is something that you find fascinating and fun, then that will probably be easier for you than making a book of information. So it's kind of personal, I feel like.
It kind of goes back to what you were saying about setting your goals first, like deciding how committed are you to this? What do you really want to get out of this? How much time are you willing to invest into making it happen? And so that you're not doing something that works better for somebody else, but you're doing something that's authentic to what you're interested in, what you are passionate about, what you really want to share with other people.
Yeah, because your audience is going to recognize that a lot quicker if somebody just tells you do this exact digital product and make it about acrylics, where if you love hard gel, then that's not something that your audience is going to see that you love and you're passionate about, and so it's probably not going to sell as good anyways. So I agree with that.
So once you've created a course or a digital product or whatever it is, then it's a matter of marketing it, getting it out there, getting eyeballs on it, getting sales on it. What kind of content is actually converting right now to online sales?
Okay, honestly, social media is going to be our biggest mountain to climb after we make our digital product. Something that helps me know the answer to these questions is by going onto social media and following other people who talk about it and who coach and teach on Instagram. I like to follow people who talk about it. And right now, a lot of things that I'm seeing is introducing yourself and being like real and authentic, because I don't know, I think that social media and selling things online is amazing, but there are a lot of people who are doing it, and they're doing it in a very non-authentic way, especially with AI being so big. People don't know what's even real online. And so the biggest thing that I'm seeing with content actually converting sales is being real and being authentic and sharing your story, sharing why you're doing it, instead of just being like, here's my digital product, like, buy it. Being like, this is why it's helped me, and I really truly do want to help you. So that kind of content of like storytelling, making your audience feel like they're friends with you and they connect with you rather than you're just somebody who's like trying to sell them. I feel like that is the kind of content that is really converting people right now, is just being true and authentic to yourself.
It's almost like people are more interested and more willing to purchase from somebody that they feel they know and trust. They're more almost invested in you as a person and like your vibe, your personality, than what you're actually selling.
Yeah, 100%.
Kind of building off of that, what do you tell other nail techs like about how to sell naturally or like be authentic on their page?
Yeah, this is huge. And I feel like this also kind of goes back to goal setting. But setting a kind of goal of, this is what I've been teaching recently, is what kind of nail tech do you want to be? Because a lot of us can, just try and tell our story and be authentic and hope that that doesn't sound salesy. But I think it really diving more into that and asking yourself the question of what kind of nail tech do I want to be? What do I want to focus on? What is something personal about me that sets me apart from the next person? In my in-person class, when I was asking this, one of the girls was like, I don't know, like, I think I do the same thing that every nail tech does. But then as she kept thinking about it, she said, you know what, actually, like, I really love having a smooth application. Like, that is something that I love to focus on, and that's something that I'm really passionate about. And that was something that was personal to her versus like me. I love a good application, but I love art. I think it's so much fun. And so really finding what is personal for you and then talking about it online. I think when you talk about what you're passionate about, it doesn't seem as salesy because you're actually truly wanting to talk about it. And so it kind of takes away the salesy side of making content just by saying, this is what I'm passionate about. My digital product is teaching you how to do what I'm passionate about. And if you're passionate about it, then I'd love if you joined me, just being real about what you are actually selling and make it something specific to what you like and not as broad. I think the more specific you can get with your products and with your content, you're going to be way more successful.
Yeah, finding your niche and what you really, I think about this a lot because I think a lot of nail techs think I have to do everything. I have to be good at acrylic, I have to be good at gel, I have to be good at art. But if you think about doctors, and like going to a general doctor, if you have a really specific issue that you're going through, you don't want to go to like a general practitioner who just knows a little bit about everything. Like you want to go to the one that knows a lot about the one specific thing.
Exactly.
And I think it's that way in beauty too. It's like you want to go to, if you really want crazy cool art, go to someone who's like really into that.
Yeah.
I am like not as into like doing a bunch of art.
Yeah.
I am more like on the side of like a really clean application and like solid colors and really simple things. So I appreciate that when people really want a bunch of art, they're going to you for that because, it's not like my vibe. I don't like love spending my time doing that.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. Let's kind of move on to like how you feel about the coaching. What are you loving about coaching other beauty professionals?
Honestly, I feel like I said, I've just been getting into this. I started this at the beginning of this month, so it's still really new. But from what I've started, I'm loving finding out how many stories are really actually the same. Like I'm really relating to these people that I'm coaching because I feel like it's obviously going to be a lot easier to relate people who have the same story as you. So that's something that I'm loving, is just learning that we are all so passionate about this and it's fun to connect that, but we're also all struggling in some of the same ways. And so it makes me really excited because this has truly changed my life. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're in the exact same boat as me. You're feeling the body pain and the burnout and you want to learn more, and finding girls that are actually passionate about it. That's been my favorite part because I can sit and coach people all day long, but if they don't have the passion and the drive for themselves, then there's nothing that I can do because I can't hold your hand your whole life. I can hold your hand for 5 one-on-one calls, but I really have been loving finding girls who are passionate and hard workers. That's my favorite part.
Cool. Yeah, once you start talking to people, you're like, oh, we're all going through the same thing.
Yep.
we're all feeling the same things.
Exactly.
We're so normal and we're it's so real. And if one person can get over it and figure out ways to overcome it or ways to optimize work for nail techs, if one person can do it, then so can everybody else.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you say is a piece of content that nail techs who just want to get started could post this week?
Okay, let's think. I would say right now something that is big and kind of like I was saying before is that storytelling content of telling your story and introducing yourself. I I feel like even a reintroduction, if you already think that your social media is huge, reintroducing yourself, but not just saying, here's my name, here's what I like, here's my work, but finding that goal that we were talking about and then actually posting that goal and talking about that goal. Because I feel like a lot of the times, like, you can have the goal in your head, but your followers aren't going to know what your goal is. And so if you're a new nail tech and you're like, I really need clients, I want to, like, that's my goal, I want a full clientele, then get on and say, here's my backstory, here's who I am, and I'm really trying to grow my clientele. Just be transparent about it and be like, this is my work, this is my, like, where I'm doing nails at, my location, and sharing your goal with your followers, I think is a huge thing to actually post this week and get out to your followers. Share your goal and tell them exactly what you want to accomplish, because then the girls who relate to you are going to reach out and help you accomplish that.
It's such a kind of vulnerable thing to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And be like, this is what I really want to do. It gets scary to share goals.
It totally is. Well, and I just had the cutest encounter with, I did a Christmas social media class up in my little town, and then we went to Chick-fil-A after, and there was these cute 3 girls at Chick-fil-A, and they ended up talking to me and my friend about nails. They were all nail techs, and they had recognized me from my page, and they were like asking all these questions and stuff. And one of them asked, like, when do you feel like in your career you actually like gained confidence for all of this? And both me and my friend, who is also a nail tech, were like, I know, we're still trying to figure that out. Like, I feel like that's kind of the hard thing too, is posting and being vulnerable. Obviously is scary, but I feel like people need to remember and understand that everyone on social media is feeling that, no matter how many followers they have, because everyone's trying to just do the same thing. Like, we're all passionate about it and we all love it, but nobody feels confident doing it. At least I don't yet. Like, I think that that's something that we're all trying to learn and grow from, and it is new and scary. And so I feel like that is something that I've been thinking about, that I wish everyone knew about posting on social media and being vulnerable and sharing your goals and getting out there, is that it's not usually natural for anyone to do that. And it seems that way. And sometimes I feel like people look at a follower count and think that you're cool or something. And it's like, we're all just the exact same. And we're all just trying to learn and grow, and nobody has it figured out. I feel like people need to remember that, because it seems like people do online.
You're so real for that. Like, you have to do it scared.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it when you're scared, because nobody's doing it with like 100% full confidence and just no fear at all. Like, you just still have to do it scared, and you can, and you should, because you can see after you do it scared a few times, it gets easier and easier as you go, and it's not as scary.
Yes, and that's like something that I was listening to in a podcast. I'm like a podcast listener. When I'm driving, I'm like listening to something besides music. And something that I listened to in a podcast was somebody saying that they were a huge introvert in their career. They had this big successful career, and they were just saying, everything that I did was because I said yes to something that I was scared to do. And that's completely how I feel, because every single thing that I do, I get so nervous for. And then I'm like, if I say yes, I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow from this. And every single time I go into it scared, and then I leave feeling like, oh, like that wasn't that bad. Like, that was fun and I learned from it. So I totally agree with that. You got to do the scary things.
Push you out of your comfort zone. And your comfort zone grows, and then you're able to do so many more things.
Yep.
Where can everybody find you if they want to work with you as a coach?
Okay, this is something that I'm kind of working on. I'm trying to build a website where it kind of walks you through this easier. But currently right now, just through the link in my bio, there is my Stand store is linked in my link tree. So you can go to that. You can book a one-on-one coaching call with me, or go to my free beauty business community, or go to my packages. They're all on that. And then also just DMing me. I tell everyone that I meet and that I like coach, like, I want to be your friend and I want you to just message me with questions. Obviously, like, there are some messages that really just get buried in there and I don't get around to all of them, but I try my best to just be friends with everyone. So if you have questions about getting started before actually the commitment of getting started, I'd love if people would just reach out and kind of come to me with their concerns, because that's kind of the best way that I've been able to get people through this program is by talking about it first. I don't want someone to go into it not knowing the answers to their questions. So in my link tree, and then also messaging me with your questions and concerns and all the things. And then hopefully soon to come, my website will be a little bit easier and organized.
That's so exciting. Well, anyone could feel comfortable talking to you because you're so nice and
Thank
so
you.
cute and like just very approachable. So
thank you.
What is your final message to any beauty professionals listening right now?
Honestly, I feel like something that I've just been feeling so passionate about and feeling like I just want everyone to know is I just want everyone to feel comfortable in this industry and to not feel so competitive. Everyone that I've been meeting recently has just been a little bit scared and timid of asking questions and feeling comfortable and reaching out and exploring all the ways that you can make money. And so I feel like overall, I just want everyone listening and everyone in this industry to just feel like they can reach out to people and ask questions. And hopefully, I really do feel like most people in this industry are so kind and they're going to be willing to answer them for you. That's what I've noticed from reaching out and asking people, and that's ultimately how I got started, was by asking people in the industry who already had the goals that I wanted questions and letting everyone kind of coach you through it, and not to be scared to post yourself and really get yourself out there and build a brand for yourself. Like, it seems scary, but I just want everyone to be like, okay, today is the day that I'm going to start. And set yourself a goal and then try and achieve it by the end of the month or whatever that is, and just actually get started.
Like, you really can do it.
Yeah, really. Like, it's really not as hard as it seems, but you actually do have to just like take that first step into it. So that's my challenge to everyone, is just whatever that step looks like for you, take that step and really like dive into whatever your goals are and make it your reality. I think it's so achievable.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for being here. This has been so fun chatting with you. I just love your energy.
Thank you.
Your
Thank you
vibe.
so much.
I'm excited for everything that you're doing.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of the Beauty Connective podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. And if you're a beauty professional interested in growing your business with local visibility outside of social media, create your free profile today at thebeautyconnective.com.